and that's the sound you're going to be hearing when you're creating your classes in Black Ops 2. That's the multiplayer menu theme. I know because I saw that video where they leaked a lot of the score streaks create class from a little while ago from Gamescom. Somebody recorded it, and that was the music in the background. That clean copy of the audio came from Amazon.com. They've got previews of all of the songs in the Black Ops 2 official soundtrack, which they are selling separately come November 13th. It's the same soundtrack that you get if you buy the hardened or care package edition of the game, but you can buy it separately. You're going to be selling for $12, probably about £9 I think. I will be getting it because the soundtrack does sound really good on this game. That is actually number 45. The track's called Adrenaline. Really good, glad I've found it because I really love that track. Really liked it as soon as I heard it. I know a couple of people said they didn't enjoy it, but you're going to have to put up with it because you're going to be hearing it every single time you play multiplayer. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to go check out that soundtrack. You can listen to all of them. As I said, about 30-second preview you get. And the names, they do give away a little bit of what you can expect in a story. So if you want to look through that, go ahead. Links to the description. But the soundtrack isn't the main thing I'm talking about today. I'm Art34 from Psychic Gamers, and this is some Black Ops 2 news about the multiplayer maps and the modes. Yesterday I did a video, and it was all about the leaks that came out of the Slovakia Broken Street date. At least one person over there has purchased the game, and they've been releasing Black Ops 2 videos, zombies campaign, even combat training, because combat training no longer requires you to have an online connection to the servers. So they've shown a little bit of that, but it was really bad quality and showed nothing that we hadn't seen before, so I wasn't really interested in going into that. But what I did want to talk about today is the maps and modes. And yesterday in the video I said there doesn't seem to be ground war, doesn't seem to be hardcore. What's going on here? Where's league play, etc, etc. Well, I want to clear that up. The guy was in a private match, so of course we wouldn't be seeing all of those things. What happens is the public playlists are simply just those core modes with different settings. So when you're in private match, you're only shown the core modes and then you change the options later. So that's why we didn't see any hardcore or ground war. We can assume they're still there, and of course league play is going to be in public match somewhere. So that should put a lot of people's minds at rest. If that's your favourite mode, ground war or hardcore modes, then you can be pretty sure that they're coming back in Black Ops 2, and the only reason we didn't see them was because we were looking at the private match setup. The next thing is the maps. Now, what happened with the maps is a little bit weird, because David Vonderhaar posted on Twitter that we would be receiving 14 maps, but having a look at this retail copy of the game, we can see there's only 13 maps. Now, this is actually a bit of a weird situation here. Now, the map that's gone missing is in fact Turbine. Now, Turbine was the map that featured very heavily in the very first multiplayer reveal trailer, and it was playable at Gamescom and all the other shows that they took the game to. So I really don't understand why a map that was complete, one of the first ever maps that was completely playable and finished, has vanished from the retail copy of the game. Now, last time I suggested that the map Standoff, which I hadn't seen before, was in fact a new name for Turbine. However, that's not the case. Standoff is simply the map that I thought was called Village. It's a border town between China and Kyrgyzstan, so that makes sense to me. It's cleared up the issue of where Standoff came from and where Village went. We also have the weird issue of Plaza. Now, Plaza in the game is a floating resort in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Now, this was originally at the very start called Nightclub. It was then renamed Promenade, and now it's been called Plaza. What's confusing, however, is in the beta build there was a separate map called Plaza. Now, what seems to have happened here is Beta Plaza actually turned into Slums, and then they just gave the name Plaza to the floating resort in the Indian Ocean map. So all in all, Nightclub, Promenade, Plaza, they're all the same map, and in the retail version it is called Plaza. The only map we lost is Turbine, all the others have just had renames. But this still raises the question of why we lost Turbine. Where's it gone? How could a map that was so finished just disappear? It doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe they had to withdraw it at the last minute or something, I'm not really sure. It would be nice if they did release it at some point, maybe as DLC, because it did look like quite a good map. Hope that's cleared it up for you guys. Didn't want to misguide you with the information from that last video. I know these new revelations about the modes and maps are a little bit confusing, but I think that's probably the best that I could explain it. If you've got any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll try and answer you. Otherwise, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, think about leaving a rating, comment any of your opinions, questions, and if you haven't already and you want to keep up to date with Black Ops 2 news, make sure you hit subscribe. I shall see you next time.